Hey, I'm Katie B, and today's practice will strengthen and build flexibility in your upper body. Okay, let's get started in tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, hips width distance. Inhale, cow pose, look up towards the sky, stretch your belly down, shoulder blades back. Exhale, cat pose, chin to your chest, articulate the spine, puff up, stretch, good morning. 2 more, inhale, look up, go with your breath, feel your spine start to open and awaken. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one, can you get even bigger in this space? Look up, breathe in. Exhale, cat pose, pull it all the way in. Awesome. Finding a thread the needle variation. Take your right arm high to the sky. Look up at your right arm first. Stretch open your shoulders. Even if it's a little tight, get your arm as high as you can. Exhale, thread the needle. Take your arm in between your armpit of the left arm. Drop your right ear down to the ground. Find a stable space in your body. You may want to reposition your hands so that your right shoulder and ear can touch the earth. For a deeper expression, Colleen will take left hand over up and back for a half bind position. First twist in our practice. Take the time to feel the twist in your mid-spine and even your shoulders. To amplify the stretch, keep your gaze skyward. Feel your neck, your cervical spine, get an amazing decompression. Use your left hand as support. Press your left hand back into the ground from wherever you are and come to a tabletop pose nice and slow. Switch your hands opposite side. Lift your left arm high to the sky and stretch open. Aim to keep your hip pointers still square to the front rather than one hip going towards the back. Keep them straight forward, breathe in. With your straight hips, thread the needle. Take your hand to the opposite side. Drop your ear down. Ensure that your hips stay strong over your knees. They can even be back just slightly to amplify the stretch. If you took your arm behind your back for the half bind, do it on this side. Wherever you are, ground into your breath and enjoy the opening that's happening here. So good for the shoulders and for your chest. Squeeze and compress, just one more breath. Place your right palm into the earth, ground into it, tabletop pose, press up. Downward facing dog as you exhale, hips high to the sky. Relax your head and create an inverted V shape with your body. The most important part of this pose is your flat, long spine. Press your heart, magnetize it back towards your quadriceps, your inner thighs. And imagine that you have a little block in between your thighs. Squeeze them together energetically without actually touching your legs. Feel that space grow stronger from your inner thighs. Press your heels down into the earth. Stretch open your calves. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward and step your feet behind your wrists. Find a ragdoll position. Grab for opposite elbow creases if it feels good in your body to hang even heavier in your torso. While you're in this pose, ask your face to relax by sending a smile. Nobody's looking. Enjoy that space so that your muscles of your face begin to relax and open. If you're swaying, come back to center, hands down to the ground. Walk your feet into touch, nice and slow. As if you could stack each vertebra and enjoy it like a string of pearls. Roll up so slow, chin to your chest. Stretch your hamstrings along the way. Bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes. Ground through your feet. Set a personal intention for today's practice. Energize your day in a way that suits you. I offer you the intention of I am open to the possibilities of today. Let today be as light as you make it, and enjoy the possibilities that come from freeing your body and freeing your mind. As if you were making a promise to yourself, take a big breath in, send that promise out. Just one more, breathe in energy. I am open, exhale. Awesome. Arms reach skyward overhead, mountain pose, open your eyes. Notice your pinkies as they swivel in, and today spend special attention to the armpits. Pivot them slightly inward. Feel the rise that happens in your side body as you lift up the abdominal wall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, open twist your arms to the right. Tee out strong. Find your right and left hand in the same plane. Drive your right hip forward and left hip back, so twisting in the upper body. Come back to center, mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, tee open to the left. Squeeze your inner thighs strong and feel your right fingertips reach forward and your left fingertips reach back. Awesome. Come back to center, mountain pose, breathe in. Little baby back bend, cactus your arms and open up your big heart. Bend at the elbows and create a goalpost shape. Engage your belly muscles to protect your back. Come back to center, arms overhead, mountain pose. Fold forward, exhale, nice and slow. Take 3 breaths in your forward fold. Bend your knees heavily if you need so that your belly and your thighs meet. Let them be friends. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to your shins. Pull your shoulder blades down and back and stretch your head forward. Your neck is so long. Micro bend your knees so that it feels good in your back. Breathe in. Step to high plank pose and hold. Stack your shoulders and wrists in one line, and your body becomes a plank formation. Always option to drop to your knees here if this is too intense on the body. The more you do it, the easier it gets, but know that discomfort is growth, so you want to stay in that space. A little uncomfortable this whole time. Drive navel in and puff up the back of your heart. Awesome work. Moving to what we call chaturanga, a little push-up. Inhale, shift forward just an inch so that your shoulders go past your wrists. And as you exhale, lower halfway down, elbows just graze your ribs. That halfway point's where you stop. Upward facing dog, breathe in, stretch open your chest. Thighs can stay on the mat for a little bit more support. Shoulder blades down your back, puff up your heart. Option 2 is to lift your thighs off the ground for more stability in your low back, building that strength. Relax your shoulders, take a breath in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Move like an ocean wave, nice and slow. 3 breaths here. Enjoy the stretch. Back to home base, take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Let's dance, top of the mat, feet to touch, forward fold. This time halfway lift, bring your palms to your shins, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold once again. Inhale up to mountain pose, arms reach skyward and strong. Open twist to the right as you exhale. Inhale back to center, strong in the arms, and open twist to the left. Come back to center, breathe in. Little baby back bend, engage your core muscles and pull open your heart. Come back to center, take a strong breath, energize. Forward fold, exhale. Come halfway up, breathe in, palms to your shins. Step back to high plank pose as you exhale. Inhale, shift forward just an inch. Lower halfway down, squeeze your belly muscles in. Upward facing dog, breathe in, stretch open your heart. Downward facing dog, press all the way back. 3 breaths, enjoy the opening of your shoulders. Notice if you feel any different from the beginning of practice. Just a few minutes of open, breathing, and strong. Look forward as you breathe in. Step your feet behind your wrists, top of the mat. Walk your feet to touch nice and slow, and sit back for your chair pose. Sink all the way down. Arms reach overhead. Sink back in your hips, arms are skyward. Good. If at all this bothers your shoulders, bring your hands to your heart and aim for your hips to be down in line with your knees. Take a breath in to prepare. Open twist to the right as you exhale. Same thing as we did in our mountain pose. Arms are reaching in opposition. Pull your belly in. Now if your legs start to talk to you, you talk back with your breath. Let your leg muscles kick in. This is the energy that you need, that little rush of adrenaline. Come back to center, reach your arms forward and strong, and switch to the other side, left arm reaches back. Take the gripping out of your toes, lift them up off the mat. Ensure that your left hip continues to drive forward, square to the front of the room. Squeeze in and hold strong, sit back, breathe into it. Use your breath as a vehicle for change in the body. Bring your hands back to center, breathe in. You've got it. Forward fold, exhale. Step your left leg back to a low lunge position. Drop your back knee down to the ground. Awesome. Ensure that your front knee is stacked over your front ankle and rise up to crescent moon, both arms overhead. Pull your belly in and use your inner thighs to strengthen and stabilize. Find that space here. To amplify the stretch, look up skyward and find a back bend, reach up and open. Beautiful work. Come back to center. Wrap your right arm under your left for eagle arms. Option 1 is to grab at your shoulders, nice and strong. And option 2 is to grab for opposite wrists and palms for a little deeper stretch through the shoulders. Find space here to stabilize and open up the upper body. Welcome to stay here or take it to a little back bend once again, getting deeper through the rotator cuffs, all through your traps and rhomboids in your upper back. If the right leg feels a little unsturdy, that's okay. Stay present with that right leg. Can you feel the strength and the possibility of every day you growing stronger here? Come back to center if you've taken the back bend. Unwind your hands, reach them up to the sky, breathe in. Exhale down to the ground, low lunge. Step your right foot back to high plank pose and hold. Strengthen up your arms here. We'll take just 5 chaturanga push-ups. You're always welcome to drop to your knees. Inhale, shift forward an inch, lower halfway down. Try it again, press just back to high plank. 4 more like that, lower halfway down. Press back up, high plank, awesome work. Just 3 more, pull the belly in, elbows graze, awesome. Press straight back up, belly strong. Lower down, press up. You can even switch open mouth exhales to strengthen. Last one, down. Press back up, downward facing dog all the way back. Strong arms, 3 breaths. This should feel so good on your arms after the push-ups. Your arms are a part of your appendicular skeleton, and they're the way that you connect with the world. They're a straight line from your heart. They help you hug, and so today as we grow stronger, be open to the possibility of deeper connection. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, feet touch at the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose, sit back in your hips once again. So you've been here before, ask yourself to grow stronger. Sit your hips lower down with your knees and trust your breath to help you get even deeper. 3 breaths to define your strength. Energize your hands just a bit taller. Find the opening in your shoulders. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Step now your right leg back into a low lunge. Drop your back knee to the ground just as before, crescent moon. Get stability in your legs. We're building such strong stability, and even your back foot, the toes are tucked under to support you. Lift your arms skyward over your head. The motion of simply tucking under your toes works deeper into the connective tissue in your feet. And all day we spend just flexed in our standing position. This allows your toes to break up tension, scar tissue. Freedom in your feet. Take a breath in. Wrap your left arm under your right. Find eagle arms, either grabbing for your shoulders or opposite palms. This is already super intense. If to take it up a notch, reach your arms up and back. Notice if you're dipping into your low back, and ask yourself to engage the core muscles right now. Drive your navel in as if it magnetized towards your spine behind you. Zip your ribs in towards one another, even if it takes you a little bit out of the bend. Find length in your arms and in your chest. Inhale. Unwind your arms, come back overhead, stretch up. Blood flow pours into the joints of your elbows and wrists. Exhale to a low lunge. High plank pose, step it back. Awesome. This time, side plank pose. Ground into your right hand, spin open to the left side of your mat. If this is intense, drop your right knee down to the ground, lift your left palm skyward. Pull your shoulder blades back together behind you. To amplify the balance challenge, gaze up at your top hand. Feel your right shoulder work hard for you. Lateral flexion in your spine, so important for the belly. Lift up and lengthen, take a breath in, you've got it. Back to high plank pose, nice and strong. Other side, you've got it, you know what to expect. Spread your left fingertips wide so that's your foundation, and lift your right arm high to the sky. If your hips feel like they're sagging, press the bottom hip into the top like a game. How high can your right hip go? Open up your heart and feel that expansive nature that your body loves. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another, and if your back knee's on the ground, stay strong with the hips. Take a breath in. Back to high plank pose. Look forward, downward facing dog, exhale. Let your breath calm any thoughts that move through your head and come back to the organic nature that smooths and calms the body. Awesome. Look forward, breathe in. Step your feet to touch at the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Last time we're here today. Wrap your right arm under your left, just as we practiced before. Eagle your arms, either grabbing for shoulders or wrists. Option is to stay here or to move balancing into the body. Right leg wraps up and over your left. You can tent your toes on the ground for support, or wrap your toes back behind your calf if you're looking for more sensation. Ideally in this posture, you're squeezing your joints. Squeeze your elbows, feel the back of your shoulders open. There's 12 major joint systems in the body, and this posture works so good to energize all of those joints after you open and free from the compression. Sit a little bit deeper into that squeeze, feel the burn. Unwind so slow, mountain pose, let the blood rush back into your joints. Sit back down, chair pose, hands stay up over your head. Wrap your left arm now underneath of your right, find that space. Eagle pose on the opposite side. Awesome. If you took the leg variation, wrap your left leg up and over. To help your balance, find one space in front of you that's unmoving and gaze at an object that'll help you stay balanced in the one foot. It's so important to balance on one foot for our body. It builds stability not only in your ankle and your knee, but your hip and your back. It's all connected. So it prevents injury in your body just from balancing in the space. One more breath in. Hold strong on your breath out, sink down, and rise up, mountain pose, arms overhead. Forward fold down to the ground. Enjoy your last fold. Halfway lift, bring your palms to your shins. High plank pose as you exhale, step back. Downward facing dog, press all the way back. Last set for the arms, pivot your pointer finger and your thumb in to create a diamond shape in your fingertips. As you inhale, lower halfway down with your elbows. Bend at your elbows for a down dog push-up. Awesome. And exhale, press straight back up. Good, stay exactly what you're doing. Lower halfway down and press back up. So Angie's doing the variation that helps strong for your shoulders. Colleen's doing the variation for your triceps, lowering her forearms down to the ground. Angie's going a little bit deeper with her head towards the ground. Just 3, keep moving with your own breath. Just 2. Oh, try one more. Strong shoulders, strong arms. Awesome work, and drop slowly to your knees. Come all the way down. Spin around and bring your feet straight out in front of you. Take a reverse tabletop to open your shoulders through the front line. Sit bones to the ground, align your hands under your shoulders, and dig your heels into the ground. Walk your feet hip width distance. Take a breath in to prepare. Press your hips straight up to the sky. Option to stay just as you are or dip your head all the way back to amplify the stretch in your shoulders. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Feel freedom and space created all through the front line of the body. Your back is strong, your legs are strong, the entire body is working, gaining flexibility in your wrists and growing stronger in your hands. So good if you type all day, this is building that strength and stability. One more breath in, come all the way down to the ground. Awesome. Taking Janu Shirshasana, bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh and stretch your right leg out. Interlace your fingertips above your head, pivot left shoulder down towards your right knee and fold. If you're feeling a little tight in your hamstrings, that's okay. Just like Angie, you can bend your right knee as much as you need to feel a deeper stretch. As long as your spine stays flat, you're doing it right. Enjoy this final posture of our practice. Press your left hip deeper into the mat and reach for your toes. Open up your body. When you're ready, let's switch opposite side. Rise up. Switch your feet and switch your hands. So take the opposite grip with your fingertips, interlace them over your head. Bend your left knee as much as you need so that you can reach deeper for your foot. Awesome work. Feel your low back decompress as your right thigh presses deeper into the earth. Melt so strong into it. Relax your head and neck. Your breath is a vehicle for opening in your body. Take one more exhale and feel just a fraction of an inch deeper. And rise back up to center. Come to a cross-legged position. Cross at your ankles, or even deeper, you can take one foot on top. Bring your hands open on top of your knees. I am open to the possibilities that today brings. With your body more open, just a little bit stronger, a lot more energized. Ask yourself now to be open to the goodness that's all around you. It's your decision. This could be the best day of your life. A little bit more open, a lot more strong. Bring your hands to your heart. Sealing in your practice today, bring your thumbs up to your third eye, your forehead. With gratitude from who you are, bow forward. Namaste.